Hi guys. Well, hi friends. I am just about to put on some cuticle oil. Hi Joshua, how's it going? It's so good to see you. It has been a very busy month. Last month, this month, the time is literally starting to blur together, especially after PBE was over. It's just like so much going on. So I'm oiling up my cuticles just because seeing them crusty on camera like is one of the most annoying things. It irks me beyond belief. I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know. It's the closer it gets to a new season, everything seems to get really, really busy. And let me turn down the volume because I have my screen up on my computer so that I can see comments, even if I miss them here, because I don't want anybody to ever feel like, you're here and I'm doing a live, but you're not part of the live. So, um, just for clarification, I need some top coat. Sorry, my brain is in all different directions because I wanted to do this on the weekend when we could all just relax and look at polishes and chill for a moment. But at the same time, I also am not organized at all. I managed to do my little swatch wheel, and that's about it. So, we're going over actually another Beyond Polish haul. I know it sounds like I'm addicted, and I am. I'm addicted to Beyond Polish because there is just always a sale. And then if you have loyalty or reward points from their loyalty program, you can actually get even more money off of whatever is going on. So that is a huge thing for me. I'll also include my code just in case you're like, look, I can't wait for a sale, especially with all the fall collections coming out right now. I feel like that's a big thing. So this is just another small haul of polishes I thought were really, really pretty, and they happen to be on the fresh markdown page. So I do get the text alerts, that's a thing. So let me go ahead and do my formal opening. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're part of my nail fam. And if you enjoy live swatches, if you enjoy these kinds of haul lives. And yes, I am going to start getting into a few other things that I'm interested in and I wanted to share with you all. If you enjoy all of that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And leave me a like if you enjoy everything. So, first polish on my swatch wheel is this gorgeous, like peachy pink. I would say it's more pink because it's definitely more pink in person. For whatever reason, my lighting is just never warm enough to show everything quite to my particular taste. So we're gonna start with that color, and that one is this Essie right here. It is Beachy Keen. I just really enjoyed the shade. I thought it was so pretty. And if you're like, why don't your nails match? This is my nail with KB Shimmers Feelin' Groovy on it. And this is my nail with no ridge filling base coat. So, in case you were wondering why I wear ridge filling base coats all the time, they actually like make my nails look a little bit less yellow and then also smooth it out for a better application. So, that's something. Hey, Nicole! So, if y'all are watching, even my lurkers and my lurker squad, check out Nicole Loves Nails. and then you can thank me later because her nails are gorgeous and she swatches some of the hottest brands of indie polishes you will ever see. So make sure you check out her channel. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So, where can you find? You can find the Rich Filling Base Coat at kbshimmer.com. Or I don't know if Beyond Polish does their base coats, but I know for sure you can definitely get it at kbshimmer.com. So, um that's like one of my polish stands. If I'm not wearing if I'm not wearing Feeling Groovy, I'm wearing Feeling Ready by Colors to Carol. The formulas are both amazing and they fill in my ridges, make everything look smoother, and also like allow me to wear those more sheer polishes without me having to necessarily choose a visible nail line blurring base coat. See, like, and Nicole knows it, so you can verify when another person whose nails are always on camera says, "Yes, I trust this product." It's verified because I think if you ever look at my old pictures from Instagram, I did a red and negative space Manny, and I just left the picture honestly because I can see my growth from there, but you could see how yellow my nails were underneath it. The polish didn't, the top coat didn't smooth out my nail enough where you could see that, you know, where you couldn't see the ridges. So I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent. Again, I do that so often. But Essie Beachy King, I did actually wear it for PBE this year for the meet and greet. I was a little disappointed because I did not wear my base coat. And when I did not wear my base coat, and I did not, I think I did a top coat. I did a quick dry top coat, no base coat. After 2 coats, I still had some patchiness, so I can say for sure if you do get this one, do like 3 coats or make sure you wear your base coat. Please, please, please wear your base coat because otherwise it is a gorgeous shade. It's very pretty. The opacity is on point in 2 coats, except for, like I said, I had a little bit of patchiness. And I'm top coating these for glossy top coat with fill with Clearly on Top by KV Shimmer because it's just my go-to clear top coat. And it's a quick dry, so I don't have to worry as much about my clumsiness becoming an issue. So I loved the color. I was a little disappointed in myself because I did kind of flub the wearing of it, but very nice, very easy to wear. I feel like it would work in a work situation. Um, it would work just as well if you're like in school and class, if you're interning and there are tons of rules, or if you're in a social situation where you're around a squad that isn't your nail people and won't be impressed by how incredibly gorgeous your nails are. Just chill with a very easy one. And next up, this one I really do want to wear because I'm really excited about it. This one is the Espadrille, and I just really could not say no to this yellow. I felt like it was a very beautiful harvest yellow. It's still kind of bright, but not bright to the point where it's a summer, or pale like a canary yellow where it would be very spring, which was weird because it was a spring collection and I wanted it. Hi, Kathleen. Hi. So glad to see you. Thank you for joining us today. And I just thought it was really pretty. And I think I am almost positive if you have not watched Variety Varnish's video on that spring Essie collection, I think that's where I saw it. That's when I originally knew I wanted it. And I was like, oh, I gotta have it. And then I ran out of money. But luckily it was on markdown on Beyond Polish's site. So I was able to grab this gorgeous, like, harvest yellow, which I keep calling it harvest yellow because for me, I got more of a fall vibe from it than I did spring. But that was like my whole feelings of that whole collection. I was feeling spring. Sorry, it was a spring collection, but I got a fall vibe from it. But that's me. I'm weird. I am intrinsically attracted to fall colors. If it screams autumn, I'm there. I'm about it. Like, see, Joshua, you get it. Nicole, you get it. Like, that is my life story. Like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, I will be back for you. You will be in my collection and I will see you again. And then I run out of money and it's like, okay, but like I will see you much later then. We'll we'll talk. Let's exchange numbers and emails. We'll talk. But I usually don't get mainstream shimmers, but this one, hi Shauna. It's so good to see you. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. I felt like we could all use a live before the week started. Last time I did my live on a Thursday, and it was like, let's do a Thursday live because the weekend is coming up. Some of y'all I know are weekend warriors. You've got a ton of stuff you're doing, and it's like almost like, look, I can't wait to get back to work because that's when I'll get to sit down. But I don't normally get shimmers from mainstreams, but it was on sale. It was marked down, and like all of my Essies, I don't think I paid more than like $5 for my Essies. When they were marked down on Beyond Polish, which is why I get so hyped about this store and why I want to buy purchase polishes from them. So this next one is Retreat Yourself. Again, don't laugh. I was feeling very fallish vibes from it. And then I was really excited because it was a shimmer too. So I'll go ahead and put that top coat on there so that you can see it. Like these all dried down pretty matte on the swatch wheel. I feel like it's due to the material in the swatch wheel that makes that happen. Oh, I know that feeling. Like, I'm actually supposed to be swatching something right now. And let me just really quick address my neighbors are extremely close. Like, our houses are all extremely close. So, their dog, unfortunately, at sometimes, is my dog too, because when she barks, when she wants to have a conversation, there's no way you can not hear her. So, if you hear barking in the background, she is out and she is very interested in being chatty today. So, that's that. And I apologize for anybody who's that's grating on your nerves. I apologize so much. I would block it out so that you could have a completely relaxing experience if I could, but I can't. I'm sorry. See, Nicole, I was worried about that. I was like, there are gonna be people with doggos and cats. They're gonna be like, hold on. I did not agree to this interaction. she she's really talkative, and I love that she's talkative because also it lets me know anytime there's someone out or walking around our houses. So it is a fantastic thing in my opinion. I used to get irritated because I used to have one of those work from home jobs where they wanted complete silence all the time, and she would always bust through, like, no matter how much I could try to pretend that I didn't have a dog. Hi, Leslie. Oh, I'm sorry, Sassy. I apologize, Nicole, to Sassy. I wish I had another friend for her, but like I know that I'm not responsible enough to be a grown up and have a dog. Like, we barely skated by with kids. So, I now know my personality type is far too immature to be a pet owner. Like, for being a pet owner, you must be completely and totally invested in the well being of your pet. And I often like see some things that I'm like, see, that's how I knew I wasn't supposed to be a fur mom, because you have to be there completely for your baby. I know. Like, they're like, you can work from home, but we want complete silence. And I'm like, so how do you control other human beings though? I can control me, and I would happily, like, there were moments when I was happy to be silent, but we won't get on that this live. We may get into customer service horror stories in another live. Maybe we should do that for a special for Halloween. Customer service horror stories. Dealing with the public horror stories. Because like those are actually were scary to me now. Like, if you told me a ghost story, I'm like, oh, cool, entertaining. Wait, no, you're trapped at a desk, you're on a phone, and you can't leave. And this person is trying every ounce of patience you have left. Now that's a horror story to me. Like, it cannot end well. Oh yeah, cats are chill, but I feel like still you kind of need to be there when they do want to hang out, when they do want to be there to spend time with you. Because I would never want to give a pet, because they're so innocent, the impression that I don't have time for them. And I can be very antisocial at times where I don't want to hang out. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to touch anybody. I just want to sit in my space. And I feel like that almost the whole idea of there being a living being that feels even somewhat rejected by me makes me want to burst into tears. So I'm like, nope, clearly I'm not emotionally stable enough to have a pet. So, oh, yeah, doggies are a lot. It's like having a best friend that never wants to leave your side ever for any apparent reason, especially when you're going to the potty, because they're going to guard you and take care of you and make sure nobody bothers you, which wouldn't be too bad in some public bathrooms, especially when doors don't lock. But see, like I thought that I could be a cat person, but I'm always worried that the cat and I might be on opposite care schedules. Like, I'm ready to play. Well, I'm not. It's like, oh, okay, well, which one of us is going to be more hurt, more feelings hurt about this situation eventually? Like, when are we going to just decide this isn't going to work? I'm, I'm so sorry. I literally just read the he gets stuck in my undies with me. Oh my god. See, this is why I need lives. High volume and oh my goodness. So maybe I need that. Maybe I need that cat breed that is like, no, my feelings aren't hurt. I wasn't trying to socialize with you today anyway. But oh my gosh, I am so okay. So retreat yourself has been topped. I like the slight gold. Sh- I like the slight gold. I am going to be distracted the whole time now because there's a cartoon of um like various pets getting stuck in people's clothing now in my head, and I'm going to be continuously giggling about it. So, excuse me if I just burst into random laughter. That's what I'm laughing at. But I do like the slight gold sheen, and it's just subtle enough that if you're starting to introduce yourself to shimmers, this would be a very easy one to wear. And it's a muted shade, so it's toned down. It's not going to be just out there for everybody to critique because we all know how sometimes you don't ask for people's opinions about your nail polish, but they feel the need to give it to you anyway. So the next one is the reason why I even stalked this collection, because I just wanted it that bad. Because as soon as I saw it on Sheila Variety Varnishes channel, I was like, yeah, yeah. And it's almost like it's a washed out sage kind of color, which again, it doesn't necessarily give me fall vibes, but I wasn't seeing it for spring when it first came out. And then this year, for whatever reason, I really felt spring vibes from it. So, volume, like, I know that there are bosses and coworkers, and sometimes you're in a gathering where you're in a gathering situation, and sometimes there are people that say nice things, and then there are people that are like, I don't think that's your color. And that's what I meant by those individuals. Well, I didn't ask you if it was my color. I purchased it with my money and I like it, and now I'm wearing it. If you can't say something nice, then feel free to keep that to yourself. They seriously do exist. I have worn I used to wear really, really, really dark colors all the time because that was something that I would not see unless it was like Halloween um on the shelves at my local pharmacies. So I would wear them, and there were more than a few times where I'd be wearing like this rich, dark, almost black emerald green polish. I think it was from Sinful. Was it Sinful? I feel like it was Sinful, and this was years ago, but I had a friend that would continuously at work look at my nails, and she'd make a face and then she'd say, I don't think that's your color. And I was like, okay. And then I'd wear it again and she'd be like, I thought we talked about this. And it was like, okay, well, my personal boundaries are that I like this color, whether you like it on me or not. So it will continue to be worn until it's empty. And then I'll probably purchase it again because I just really like that color. So people are like, they do exist. They are kind of weird. They're usually bosses like bosses are quick to be the ones that be like, I don't think that's office appropriate, or, whatever version of I don't want you to wear that again, or I wouldn't wear it, or I don't like it. And it's like, that all sounds like negativity to me. So sometimes in those situations, you just want to keep your polish low key because you're not interested in engaging with these people. And then when as soon as you get home, you throw on that fresh coat of the brightest the brightest fuchsia or pink you can find. And then top it with some gold glitter and some iridescent flakies, just like, and then like a hollow topper just to make sure that it is the most eye-catching thing you could ever wear. But now I'm like, I feel like don't laugh. Like, I don't know what her cuticles look like. I just, you know how you try to just ignore people and ignore their nonsense because you're like, I don't know what crawled up your butt, and I don't want to know. Like, you just keep that to you. But it did help me to appreciate. Ooh, volume, you're so bad. Cause that is like, okay, I think I only wore a thermal for Halloween once, but I stamped something in black because it was black to red thermal, and it was the coolest thing ever. And I never even thought about doing messages like that. Like, it's like disappearing ink, but for your fingers. That would be so, oh my gosh. So like now I feel like we should do nail challenges, and that should be the thing, is a thermal with a hidden message. Oh, Shauna, she's the polished gatekeeper. Like, no, I don't I don't like being negative, but it was just like I felt I felt uncomfortable throughout the conversation, and I felt like I didn't know that we knew each other well enough for anyone to come at me like that. Like, if you guys told me as friends, that's a beautiful color, but it's probably not your color, I would actually take it into consideration because we all wear nail polish, and I feel like y'all know what you're talking about, and we have a rapport as a group and a community. So I would actually think that that opinion had some weight, but it was just really weird when you don't ask and people decide to share. So, like, now I have a new appreciation for these like muted, slowed down colors. But as we get into the swatch wheel, you'll be like, what happened to your muted color phase? Why do you said you liked muted colors? What's that? But I am feeling sage, and I feel like sage is beautiful all year around. I mean, just it's so delicate. And now I really want to wear it with like a dark navy stamp or something highly contrasting but dark. So you have to ignore me. I get random ideas and then I ramble about them, and then I try to move on. So, and I have one more essay. I promise this is the last one. I did kind of go a little bit crazy because I just once I saw them, and I don't know what I did with it. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Um, this one is light as linen. Oh, thank you, Nicole, thank you, Shauna. And like now, I am never going to not laugh now because I'm thinking every time anybody offers an opinion on my nail polish in person, like I'm gonna think of volume. And I'm going to immediately be like, let me see your cuticles. Are you qualified to make this distinction? Let's see your qualifications. I mean, your cuticles. I mean, your qualifications. This one is light as linen. Again, a little bit of shimmer, but not too much. So if you're one of those people that are like, I'm not really a fan of shimmer though, it's okay to ease in. Like the Just Add Water collection, great example. Shimmer was high on the priority list with those, and I love them because I love shimmer. But I also feel like there could be like more neutrals and more earth tones and just add just a slight shimmer. Keep it subtle and it still would be nice. So I like light as linen for that. Oh, take your time, Nicole. I'm not saying anything important. We are just literally rambling about nail polish here. Um, so I'm gonna add a little top coat to it because I want to see what it looks like shiny. I think it is pretty in the bottle, and I also liked it when I was swatching it on the swatch wheel. But again, the swatch wheel material, for whatever reason, dulls and kind of takes away all of the gloss of a polish. And then that's where it is. Like, and you know what? You're right about that volume. I don't know why they don't experiment more with neutrals, but like it's a great place to start because a lot of us, I don't know about everybody else, but I've been in a couple of places where I worked because now I'm older, and there are a lot of bosses and coworkers that are looking at your nails, and it's like, can you just worry about my performance and a little less about my personal choice of beauty products? But these I thought, and that was part of why I purchased them all together, is I thought that they made a nice palette together. I thought that they would look pretty together. I could wear them together or separately or in combinations. But now that I'm talking to y'all, I'm thinking I needed a dark blue in here. What was I thinking? There needed to have been like one navy blue or a really dusky slate blue, something to contrast because I get stuck. Like I don't know Shauna either. I don't know. I'm like I don't really. Exactly, Joshua. Like focusing on stuff that does not matter. Can you please focus on that person over there that we're all carrying their weight because they're not doing anything? Focus on them and let me be over here minding my business. But that's just my general work attitude all the time, which is why I love being up in my computer and that's why I keep my nails short because I prefer to sit and type and do a whole lot less of anything else. But now we get to the part where I bought some Cirques because I love Cirque as a polish, and for whatever reason, every time they have a sale, and that noise was me doing what I am always told not to do for polishes, which is tap them against my hand. I'm supposed to roll them, but I'm like, I'm so impatient. Rolling has never done anything for me. But this one, I wanted it. It was on a black I saw it on Black Friday and it was sold out. And every time I went back for it, it wasn't available. And then I was like, I got a polish from Polish that looked similar but darker. And so I was just like, I'm satisfied. But when I saw it was marked down on Beyond Polish, I was like, nope, I need it. And this is Majolica. I just really like these because they have like those sharp edges and it's cute and it's just weird, especially like if you have jewelry on. Now it's making this weird sound because it's clinking against your rings, but like I'd rather shake it any day of the week. It just moves fast. That was a good idea. Like we should totally just like, oh wow, that was really smart. Like let me grab my tab. Yes, I'm gonna take you out, but let me grab my tab so that I can still say stay connected. So Majolica ended up being one of those purchases that I saw it. It's got those gold like glitter flakies. I don't know. Some of them look like glitter, some of them look like flakies, but I love combinations like that. It's why I started liking Polish as a brand was because nobody did those gold flaky combinations like them. And then I saw that Cirque had some too. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess this is what we're doing now. And like Nicole, like Nicole and I said earlier, like I'll see polishes and then I'll run out of money and I'll be like, I will see you later. There will be a time when I see you. And like it's low key. It's not really that exciting as a polish, but I just like it because it has something a little bit extra. And I don't know if y'all know this, my topper game is weak. So I'm just gonna put that out there. My topper game is weak. I don't ever know what to pair with what. I just do my best and try. So anytime a polish can give me my topper and it can give me my base and it all looks good together, I'm ready for it. I like it and I will definitely be happy with it. Which brings us to another Cirque polish that I purchased. This one is candy apple and I just really love the color. I've been really into reds. This one is more like red with the iridescent flakies, which gives it like a pink quality. And I totally know what you mean, Shauna. I purchase toppers, I swatch toppers, and yet I never get around to wearing them. That's why I started the swatch parties with the glitter, but I put myself on punishment until I get these untried worn or at least share them with you on lives or do something with all these polishes I'm purchasing. I don't want to spend my time going back to ones that I already have. I've already swatched them. I've already played with them. I've already showcased them and then just ignore the ones that I'm actually spending money on. I totally get it. I totally get it. Like volume, I know like since I discovered indies, I still love creams. Creams are precious to me. But if candy apple is just sitting there in front of me, all with this iridescent flaky goodness, I'm gonna grab the iridescent flaky goodness. And then my creams are gonna be like, rejected again. How dare her? Um, so that's kind of why I've been like, I still purchase creams because I do love them, especially for a very simple, minimalistic look in a mani. Because sometimes I am looking for a minimalistic look. I'll just admit that, like up front. I'm not always looking to be extra. Sometimes I'm looking to be calm. Oh, welcome back, Nicole. And the navy polish is Majolica, which I think I'm saying that right. I could be extremely wrong. Do not ever hesitate to correct me on pronunciation. I just want to say that again. I know I've said it before in other videos, but I appreciate you all because I can read a word and I can see a word in a book a billion times and then never ever hear anyone actually say it. out loud, which leaves me with this gap in my comprehension. So, if you know what this is actually supposed to sound like, don't hesitate to tell me. But I think it's Majolica from Cirque Colors, and I bought these also from Beyond Polish. I didn't go to the shop because I was kind of broke, and when I saw that they had markdowns, which I think the Cirques were marked down to like $9 and the Essies were like $5.44. So, of course, I purchased them, which I didn't stop there. I decided I needed more Cirque in my life. So, I just love how like we're on the same wavelength. We go through the same things because especially like swatching is so much fun right up until you're doing that video and you're supposed to say the name of the polish and you realize that you have no reference point for pronunciation. And I do Google them, and unless I literally say it on the video immediately after hearing it on Google, I completely forget what the word is supposed to sound like. So, this is Cirque Colors again with Pistachio, and I don't know if anybody can tell, but I made these purchases like around spring because, as you can see, they're not, all of these are like washed out, pretty pale colors, with the exception of Candy Apple and Majolica, but not quite pastels. Pastels never pull me, so I didn't want to purchase anything traditionally pastel. And now that we're going into fall, I kind of want to use these as transitional polishes. So I felt the need to share. Shout out, like, you are not alone. You are not alone. I will look at 'em, especially like if it's from a book and it's a made up name, or not a made up name, but a created name. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be calling it, but I knew what this was because I like pistachios. And I like the spotted look. Like that whole spotted look, I don't know why, but it adds texture to the mani without adding texture because I am a really big fan of that glass finish. Like I Google the pronunciations, and then it's like after I've Googled the pronunciation, I don't remember what that was supposed to be. So it's just bad. But I need to try recording my phone saying it and just be like, here, like if you want to argue about pronunciation with Google, feel absolutely free. But this is pistachio, and I liked that it's got that spotted like texture to it, but it's also, it looks like it's a darker green. So it's not even a necessarily pistachio green with black spots or navy spots. It looks like they're just a darker shade of green, which really appeals to me. I mean, you'll see because I did purchase a bunch of glistening glows over the spring. So I'll have to show those to you, but then some of my psychosis about collecting polishes with texture that doesn't create texture will make sense, hopefully. I'll try to word it better next time. But I actually have another Cirque that I wanted for the longest. And every time I went to the site, because I go to the site when I had money to spend on the site. That's like the biggest thing with me. I won't window shop if I don't have any money because I don't like looking at things and then knowing I can't get it. But this one was sold out for the longest on the site. So when I saw that it was marked down on Beyond Polish, you better believe I grabbed it. So this one is Succulent Garden, and the person that made me want this is your girl V on Instagram. I saw her swatches, and I believe I saw them on I saw them on Instagram, and I was just so struck like by that little bit of shimmer and sheen, then the tiny dots of sparkles. Hi, Simple Nail Designs. So, in case y'all don't know, I'm gonna stop for a second. The reason why I became obsessed with Essies and collecting Essies and Beyond Polish is Simple Nail Designs. You have to check out her YouTube and her Instagram. Like, she collects some of the most beautiful Essies, and some of them are like delicate colors that you would normally be like, I don't need that in my collection. And then you see her doing some beautiful nail art with it, and I love that all of her nail art is like just very minimalistic. So it's very beautiful, it's very tasteful. I think you all will very much enjoy it. So check out Simple Nail Designs. She has a YouTube and an Instagram, just like Nicole Loves Nails. So definitely give them a look. And okay, you never have to thank me for hyping up your channels or your Instagrams, because if I know you have one and I see you creating content and I see you putting in work and I see that you are continuously showing me things that inspire me and make me want something, it just needs to be shared. It should be shared, and that's all I'm doing. I'm really just advocating for nail obsessed people like myself. That is all. Because we could all like watching nail stuff just relaxes me. I'm not a very high strung person all the time, but if I'm having a bad day, watching swatching videos is almost therapeutic. So that's my calm secret. Um, but I just really love the way it's this almost sage green, but there's some blue and there's some gray in there too. But when you see the shift here, total different color, slight contrast, subtle shimmer. It's just really low key. I guess I should have named this the low key haul or because lots of the things that I picked up are just they're just very down to earth, not too over the top. And normally I'm looking for my over the top stuff, but I have mood swings, y'all. I'm just gonna say it out. Um, say it out loud, and I'm glad I can help. Shauna, like, if I see a channel and I'm loving it and you show up to my live, I'm not going to forget to tell people that I watch your channel. So, um, I really just love the subtlety of it, because you've got Pistachio and then you've got Succulent Garden, which actually really nailed the inspiration on that. If you have your own succulent gardens, I know that you know what I'm talking about. That coloring is perfect. And so is the shimmer. Like, I just really like it. I'm gonna shut up now, and get to my jellies, because they also had another sale, so I put it on the same swatch wheel because I purchased jellies because I like jellies. I think they're so cool. And yes, sometimes I have to wear something underneath, like a rich filling base coat, to deal with my multitude of staining and ridges and nail imperfections. But I really like jellies because you get, I mean, right? Like, I feel like sales are meant to help me fill out my collection because there are gaps. Because I think I said earlier in this live that I am drawn to autumnal shades. If it is an autumn shade, I'm going to purchase it. And I have like way too many olive greens at this point. So I feel like sales are a great way to fill in those little gaps in your collection and get all of the range of colors because I, depending on my mood, sometimes I want to go extra bright. What yeah, um, for a while, I actually was afraid to wear reds. And Volume P, like this is gonna go back to what we were talking about earlier for anybody who just joined in. Um, it actually went back to someone saying that that reds didn't look good on me. And I wasn't as old as I am now, or even as old as I was when the other lady told me about what didn't look good on me, but it stuck in my head. And I would not buy a red polish for anything. I wouldn't even consider wearing a red polish. And I did it for one nail challenge for Red Nails Never Fail on Instagram. And I loved it. It really appealed to me. And I was like, but it was a negative space. So I still wasn't quite wearing as much red as I could be wearing. I was still too shy to do a red manicure full on my nails. And um exactly, exactly. Simple nails. And Nicole, I am fighting myself, but I know I'm going to give in. In case anyone missed Nicole's comment, don't forget Zoya is having a sale right now. Spend 75, get 25 off, and I forgot what the code is. Is it like GB25 or is it GD25? I don't know. But I think they have the code either on their Instagram, or if you've signed up for their alerts, you'll have the code. And I think it's also on the webpage. So if you're looking to grab some Zoyas, which stick around, there's also a Zoya haul coming. Don't tell anybody. Like, I need to literally put this in a playlist and then put it on private and then just give you all access to it. Because there is a Zoya haul. I just bought some Zoyas, so I'm like, no, I don't need the new collection, but I kind of want the new collection because it's on sale. It's on sale. What? $2? Okay, so Nicole, now you've got it's infectious. I'm gonna need to make a purchase once I get off. But yeah, no, if I could find them on D Stash for $2, barely used, yeah, there's no way that I wouldn't be able to spend. I would just have to, like, that D Stash would be my go-to. Volume P, like your sass is everything. I am living for it. Like I don't know. I think it was because I was young that it scared me. But now that I think I swatched for XXVZ nails, and Tosh made like two collections all red polishes and variations of red polish. And I loved her formula so much. And I looked back on the pictures and I was like, I like red on me. And now I'm like, no, I think I like red. So now I'm filling out my red ranks. I have some red hollows. I have some red creams. I have some red flakies and I have some red shimmers. And now I'm like, what other reds do I need? So those are the gaps that I was talking about. Those colors that I felt too uncomfortable to wear. Uncomfortable and too insecure to wear. I was too insecure to wear them. And now I am much better and I'm making up for lost time. And some of them are definitely a part of the untrieds because I purchased them and I haven't gotten a chance to wear them yet. But I'm so sorry. I totally got off subject. AG is the 5. I will be going by Zoya because I did really like those metallics too. I thought those were really pretty. And like I do like these stash pages. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I worry about is like with indies. Indies are the only thing that I don't wait for these stashes on because I don't know if y'all have seen some of these ridiculous prices where it's like $30 for a bottle of polish or $35 for a bottle of polish. I'm not gonna pay it realistically, so I won't do it. Oh no. Like we need to have a fairy network because I heard that that's what they call um people who are willing to do like group buys and then ship internationally or ship to Canada. And I feel like as swatchers, we need to have all that information provided to us so that we can share it with everybody who watches our channels, reads our Instagrams, so that everybody knows where to get stuff. Because well, I think that's what we were talking about, filling it in. Hey, hey, hi Alicia. It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a good weekend. And I appreciate you chiming in, Nicole, on it because it's like $30 and I know that the polish was originally like 12. Um oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. I'm almost at the point where like whatever it takes. If I love a polish, I want it and I have to have it. And I keep telling myself that I'm going to destash all the polishes that I don't plan to wear in the next year. That was the deal that my husband and I made, that if I don't plan on wearing it in the next 365 days, destash it, which y'all have to stay on me. I am horrible. I'll say I'm destashing and then I won't post my destash or where you can find my polishes. So it's almost like it's subconsciously self-defeating. Oh, I don't know if you want to take this one or not, Nicole, but like a lot of the indie polishes are no longer in production. They're made in limited size batches, unlike our mainstream counterparts. And that means they don't stay on the website. Like the website will shut down for shipping and then they're gone. I can totally understand. Like, if you've got the money to spend $30 on a polish, go ahead, do it. But for me, I'm not that deep in the game yet. I'm not that deep in the game yet where I can justify it. Like, I was looking at a video game that was being sold used that I downloaded for one of my systems, and it was 200 bucks, and I was like, there's no way I wouldn't pay 200 bucks for it. But, once things become rare and they're no longer available readily, that's supply and demand. But I personally I can't do $30. Like, my price range for spending um for mainstreams, not over 9, and for my indies, not over $15 a bottle of polish. So, and that's even with D-stashes and stuff. So, there, full transparency. And I'm sorry, I totally forgot about this polish, and it's pretty. Navy Jelly, again, was like a fall. And then get some more polish. I feel like I feel like this is a discussion that, like, we should always be having, like, about polish, because people will say that we're nail polish addicts, or clearly we collect too many or we hoard too many polishes. But it's like, we still have our limits, we still have our boundaries, that it's like, no, my wallet says no to that. But $100 for a pair of shoes, I will pay that, because my feet, the comfort of my feet, because they're carrying all of my weight, to me it's worth it. I don't know if that makes sense to everybody or not, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And then more polishes to celebrate. I'm loving it. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to be providing the background noise for our chat. So Navy Jelly is another one of the circs that was marked down. So I went ahead and grabbed it because it's a jelly, and I love jellies, but I love jellies mostly for the versatility, but also for the color, because this was 2 coats on the swatch wheel, and as you can see, it's still not fully opaque, but the color is vibrant. So that's what I like. I don't think anything's wrong with that. Like, if you're buying polishes that you want and you have the money to spend, it's your money. Do whatever you want. Like, I get a little bristly sometimes when people mention that, you can have too much polish, and I'm like, can you though? Can you really have too much polish? I don't feel like you can. If you still have space and you still have money, then fill it up. Take it all. And speaking of, I've got 3 more polishes left. And one of the other jellies that I really wanted was marsala jelly. Simple, you are so bad for me. Like, if you're running out of space, make space. There's something that can go that you don't need anymore. And truthfully, there probably is. But I liked marsala jelly because I was like, this is just a really pretty shade. It's not rose, it's not fuchsia, and it's not mauve. It's somewhere spanning the three, and that's why I was so drawn to it. So I purchased that jelly too. And this is it just in two coats on the swatch wheel, because like on one coat I don't feel is like enough, and I really should have sandwiched it with like some glitter or some shimmer, but I didn't want to misrepresent the polish. I wanted you all to see like what it really just looks like jelly wise, and I really like the way jellies present on my nails. Like Marsala jelly is it for me. Like I feel like it's almost a nude on me, which really appeals to me and apparently whatever color palette I'm trying to build this season. Um, and I'm just like, yep, keep those markdowns coming because I like Cirques and I want to collect Cirques, but at the same time, I'm also like, I have a budget to keep. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Simple. Thank you, Nicole. I like jellies. I think jellies are beautiful, they're versatile, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and grab those. And then I also saw that it was spring when I made these purchases, so I was like, those are from the fall collection. They are still kind of dark, so let me get some daydreamy kind of colors. So I got lavender sky, and like part of me now is like, did I really need this? And like the other part of me is like, do you really need any of them? Yes, you do, because your mental your mental state demands it. So I did go ahead. Don't say that out loud. I love it. Simple, you were so bad for me. Like, no, we don't talk about budgets. We don't talk about them. But I don't need any of these volume, but my mental state dictates that I do. And my husband's like, look, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to start really getting on your D stash. And I'm like, I'm getting around to it, which I did. I sold like 5 polishes like a couple weeks ago, and I was really proud of myself. And now I'm in the process of eliminating polishes that I don't think I'll wear in the next 2 years. Our deal was the next 365 days, but it's not 365 days from 2 months ago anymore. Now is it? So this is how I get in trouble. This is how I get in trouble, is because I'm always trying to rationalize and reason my way out of things. Five is good, better than none. Exactly. Yeah, like I'm not even gonna argue with that. That is a absolutely true statement. Because there are a couple brands that I swatch for that release like every other month, and then some that release every month. I literally had to stop myself because Wildflower Lacquer almost releases every month. And I think so does Nailed It. And I swatch for both of them, but I don't swatch everything that comes out. So I'm like, I need this, 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 and this. And then I'm like, you know what? I stopped myself last month, and you all will hear about it later, but I chose not to get Life Finds a Way from Wildflower Lacquer because I was like, I already have something similar, and you're not going to tempt me with that picture of gosh, now I can't remember, Jeff Goldblum on it. Like, in his smexy rock star of mathematician and chaos Jurassic Park role. So Ian Malcolm, I you're not going to tempt me with that. You're not going to pull on my nostalgia and make me buy it, mostly because I was going to purchase it, but the last time I purchased one bottle of polish, and it was an indie brand. It didn't break or anything. It was just me looking at the shipping that I paid for that one bottle, and it came to like $21 plus tax. So I technically paid $21 and some change for one polish. And I was like, I can't be doing that. I know my limits, and that is not something that I can be doing on a regular. And it was only one bottle polish that I wanted. So I I'm showing this haul and everything, but I did actually turn down a polish. And I feel it in my soul that I'm gonna regret it later, but I'm also in that mind frame that if I'm not buying more than one polish, stop that. Stop that madness. Because I live in a high tax area. So once you add in my state taxes and shipping, it can get a little it can get a little uncomfortable. It can get a little financially uncomfortable for me to look at it. I literally would have to just hit buy and then turn my head, like add to cart and hit purchase, but not look directly at my total. But well, enough of my neurodivergence. Um, I also grabbed Morning Tide because Morning Tide was just this pretty, beautiful, springy blue. It wasn't a periwinkle, but it also wasn't exactly a sky blue. And I felt like I could vibe with this because jellies are not fully opaque. So even if it's a color that doesn't always look good on me, it's not fully opaque. I can work around it. I can create with it. I can do things with it. And this is kind of where those toppers come in. So, like anybody who's like, I don't buy creams, but I have a ton of toppers, try your toppers with jellies or the creams that you do have. Mix those with like a clear nail polish and get yourself some jellies made and then just layer them up. And that's a way that you can maximize on your investment. Like that's the other part is I rarely wear my indies that I didn't swatch in a whole manicure. I will do nail art or do two negative spaces or do two cream nails so that I'm not using it all at once because I know exactly how much I invested in it. But hold on one second. I am going to scroll through the comments so that I can read everything because I don't want to miss any of the conversation. And then I will go over all the polishes that are on the wheel. Okay. So I got to reading and like Nicole, whenever you're ready to do your D stash, please don't hesitate to let me know. I know for myself personally, I have seen some things that you have swatched that are absolutely beautiful, like definitely drool worthy. Like on my D stash, I sell all my indies for like $5, which I need to start destashing mainstreams too. So but you're everybody's absolutely right. If it's something that you know that you're really not going to wear and it's really not your aesthetic per se, destashing is a nice way to find your polishes new homes because I personally did like when I got some sold, I did also message the people that purchased and was like, thank you for giving my polishes new homes because just because I'm not going to wear them right away, I kind of sometimes almost feel like I'm neglecting them. Somebody else would out there would be wearing them. Like I do give some of my polishes to my mom because my mom wears nail polish, but she's not in it as deep as we are. She's like, there's still a point where she's like, it's just nail polish. And I'm like, it's a way of life. And she's like, let's agree to disagree. So definitely, like, if you're feeling like destashing, definitely, definitely put the word out. Make sure I know because I saw that you have some absolute stunners in your collection. And then I said I would go over them all again really quickly, so I will. This first one I wore to PBE, and it is Beachy Keen, like a peachy pink, a peachy pink, and I do love it. I wish there was like a way to. I wonder if I can turn down this light a little bit more because I still feel like the light is washing these out a little bit. Nope, it didn't help as much as I had hoped. So that one is Beachy Keen. And then we have, the Espadrille, this gorgeous autumnal yellow. I feel like it's a great harvest yellow, and I absolutely fell in love with it at first sight, but I didn't purchase it until Beyond Polish marked it down because that's when it was definitely within price range and even more irresistible. So for a little shimmer, I got Retreat Yourself. Again, I feel like it's a pretty autumnal color again, but I love that slight shimmer. Just, oh, I think it's beautiful. And then because my new obsession is sagey greens, I wanted this a cacti on the prize. I saw it and I was like, I just needed it. I'm sorry. Like I just saw Volume P say on Black Friday, I'm turning off my internet. Turn off your internet, like turn off all your messages, all your notifications. Tell your friends, look, don't call me, don't tell me. I don't need to know. Like I'm going completely off the grid on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And then after Cacti on the Prize, we have Light as Linen. Again, a little bit of shimmer on a neutral, which is absolutely perfect in my opinion because I love that slight shimmer. Like it's a warm shimmer, which makes it even more appealing to me. And then I started in on the Cirques because apparently Essie is not enough for me. And I got Majolica, which has been a one of those longtime obsessive polishes that I really, really wanted. But every time I went to the site, it was sold out because I would only go to the site when I knew I could afford to purchase. And we also have candy apple because I'm obsessed with reds these days and it has iridescent flakies in it. And I just really love that base color. It's a jelly base, iridescent flakies, and it's by a brand that I know and love. So I couldn't say no. The Essies again marked down were like $5.44. And then I think the Cirques were $9 on the markdown. And I also got Pistachio from Cirque Colors because I just love that almost dark green base. I mean, not dark green base, but dark green spots on that pistachio base. Just gorgeous. Could not resist it. And again, it's another one of those polishes that I wanted. I saw it on the site, but it was sold out. And then again, another one. I feel like this was literally just me exercising my inner child when I purchased these because I went to the site and the site times that I did see it on the site, it was sold out. So I had to get it. This was another that I saw on Your Girl V, and it I couldn't get it out of my mind. So this one is Succulent Garden, and I feel like it is definitely giving those succulent vibes. It's got the color, the depth, the dimension, the shimmer, and then still with like the little subtle sparkle. So perfect. And then for the jellies, because there were jellies marked down, so of course I had to get some. Um, We've got navy jelly first in two coats with a glossy top coat on the nail wheel. I don't really have a reason why I purchased it other than I thought it was beautiful, and I do plan on trying to do some nail art with it. And then there was Marsala jelly, which seems like everybody really, really liked this one. So I think this will be definitely on my fall rack for me to wear as soon as possible. And then because I made these purchases during the spring, ah, you own all the jellies? Oh, Volume P, like you're my soul spirit. I would love to like just own every jelly. Every jelly. Just if you're making jellies, just give me a jelly. Um, but I also grabbed Lavender Sky because I was like, it is absolutely necessary. It's a beautiful shade. And then I just feel like it's very dreamy and ethereal. And we all know how I love ethereal polishes. So last but not least is Morning Tide. This one I just knew I needed it. It's beautiful for a blue. It's not fully opaque, so I don't have to worry about is this one of those shades of blues that is going to look good on me. So that is the whole swatch wheel, y'all. And I am so happy I got to share this time with you all and got to talk about nail polishes. Like it just I am so excited. Like now you've got me wanting to go get some nail polish suspension base so that I can make my own jellies because we've already seen that I have a problem with turning down creams. So that alone would make a lot of gorgeous jellies. And then you also have all these beautiful indies with flakies and shimmers that you could create something new with. So I look forward to hearing how your mixing is going. And speaking of, we are totally way past the time I said I was going to be on, and my company will be over in like 5 minutes. So I appreciate everything you all do, especially getting to just hang out and spend time chatting about nail polish. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of your weekend. And if you're part of my nail fam, I am sending out virtual hugs. I love you all so much. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you had fun. Maybe got into some conversation, some talking points that you might want to think about and bring up later. So don't forget to subscribe. And that is it for me. I hope you all take really good care of yourselves and each other. And I will try to see you soon for another live. Bye, everyone.